What's up, Kyle Bradshaw here, and today What's up? It's pretty loud. You're good, go ahead. Oh, what's the trash, man? What's up, guys? Kyle Bradshaw here, and today I have an update for you. This is going to be the SoCal Motovlogger update. This bike here is going to go to a new motovlogger in the lineup. You've probably seen him on Suburban Delinquents videos. His name is Johnny K. Braps. Now, Johnny's been riding a 2006 Honda 450X, which has been an amazing machine for him, but he's decided to step up to a 450RX. This is going to be a game-changing bike for him. When I tell you about all of the features and benefits that this bike has to offer, it really is spectacular. And then stay tuned, because I have a Suburban Delinquent WR250 update for you all as well. So, stick around. Now, Johnny, here you are. Here's the first fire up of your brand new 450 RX. Oh yeah, buddy. Here it is, Johnny. Your brand new 2020 Honda 450 RX. Now, Johnny, what are you getting with this fantastic machine that Honda has just produced for the 2020 model year? Do you get traction control, you get bigger brakes, you get a slew of things, a super lightweight, sexy machine. Let me walk you through those details really quick. What Johnny's gonna notice out of the gate is the light overall weight of this bike, and then the convenience. If you've seen any of Johnny's video where he is frantically kicking that 450X, so when Johnny's firing up this new RX, instead of having to kick it, he literally just pulls in the clutch and it's the starter. Now, over here on this side of the handlebar, we actually have traction control. Over here on the left-hand side of the handlebar is going to be Honda's selectable torque control. This is going to allow Johnny to be able to select the amount of power that he's going to be putting down to the ground. There's also an engine mode selection button. That's going to allow Johnny to dial in the engine power delivery and character with just the push of his thumb. He gets to choose between standard, smooth, and aggressive depending on track conditions and the trails that he's hitting with Suburban Delinquent. Now, another feature of this bike is going to be the high-capacity fuel tank. This bike features a fuel tank that holds 2.25 gallons. And with a fuel mileage of about 50 miles to the gallon, he's going to be able to go about 100 miles on this tank of fuel. Now, when it comes to that overall weight, brakes is one thing they did not skip on. You can see that these rotors are drilled out, so we have more braking power, but we have a lighter weight brake setup for you. Now, as far as weight goes, we also dropped the battery about 28 millimeters. That's going to lower the center of gravity of the bike. We have titanium valve train. So now, speaking of pretty cool, take a look at the graphics. These are mold-in graphics. So you're not going to see any decals peeling up on this bike, as these graphics are actually molded directly into the plastic. While on the topic of plastic, let's take a look at two of the different protection pieces. We have the skid plate down here at the bottom. Moving up to the front of the bike, we have a front disc cover, brake cover up here. It's vented so the brakes aren't going to overheat, and it's protected. So when he's hitting the Malcolm Smith Trail or some of the other crazy trails down here in Southern California, he knows that his bike is dialed in. Moving on up to this beautiful exhaust system, Honda has put a dual exhaust system, which one would think it adds weight, but it's actually light, it's compact, and it's positioned close and low to the frame to take the weight off the rear end and bring more mass to the bike's center for improved handling. It also allows for more airflow, and that equals added horsepower. Moving up to the bars, we have a genuine Renthal fat bar up here at the top. That's going to allow this bike to feel really good in the hands of Johnny K. Braps. Now that we've given you the full rundown of what Johnny's going to be getting on this 450RX, let's jump into the service shop real quick and take... Now, back here in the service department, we have Suburban Delinquent's WR250. He's been riding that thing for 2 years and has beat the shit out of it, and it's still working. I'm really amazed at how well that bike has held up with all the abuse that he's put it through. Now, Flow Motorsports has come through. Now, you've probably seen in one of his recent videos where he launched this thing into a tree, literally got this bike stuck in a tree, completely broke his radiator mounts, smashed up his airbox, ripped it out of the bike. The bike really went through some hard times as far as that particular shoot goes. So today I'm going to be showing you a couple of the neat pieces that we're going to be putting onto this bike. So taking a look at his bike here, he ripped out the tabs that actually hold the airbox in place, ripped out the sensor, so we have a new airbox on the way. It's going to be here in just a couple days. If you take a look at his radiator, we got bent tabs here, and then what happened here with the Flow radiator braces, you can see right back in here that it actually broke completely off the mount. Now, if these radiator guards were not installed, these radiators would have been toast and he would not have been able to ride out of the situation he was in. So that's where protection like this is super important. Stepping on over to this side. You take a look, the radiator braces did the same thing over here. They cracked here at the mount, but these braces literally allowed him to ride home. So big kudos to Flow Motorsports on that specific setup. Now the Two Brothers exhaust completely jacked this thing up. So this is a slip fit system. So this comes in here like this. Take a look. The slip is completely gone. So we have a new Two Brothers exhaust pipe coming that we can slip onto this thing. It's going to be beautiful once again. Now let's jump over to the Flow Motorsports box that just came in the mail yesterday. Take a look. He's already got Flow's parts already on this bike, but Flow Motorsports is helping Mr. Suburban Delinquent get this thing completely dialed in and fresh for the 2020 riding season. What we're going to have here is it's going to be a brand new clutch lever. It's going to be awesome. We've got a brake lever here. Take a look at the Chaparral Motorsports channel. You can see the installation of all of these parts. Here we have some nice shiny chrome foot pegs. Of course, Suburban Delinquent likes everything on the bike to be black, but Flow Motorsports decided to give him a little bit of bling this time. It's going to be his new rear sprocket. Now, if you take a look at the current rear sprocket, you can see that from rubbing on rocks and getting this thing all scraped up, he's actually done some pretty good wear to the actual sprocket itself. So what we're doing today is we're going to give him a new sprocket. We're going to get him a new chain. We're going to get him completely dialed in. Now he's going to go with the same gearing that he's got now. I believe it is a 1451. That gives him great torque. That really works out well for him. So digging down a little deeper, these are the new radiator guards that we're putting on the bike. So Flow Motorsports has come through with all of the replacement pieces that we need to get Subdee's bike back on the trail again. And Chaparral Motorsports is doing all of the installation of all of the OEM pieces so that you'll be able to see this bike back in action soon. Really quick, I'd like to give a big shout out to Mike and Brian, who have become my first 2 patrons on my Patreon account. Really appreciate the support that you are giving. Now, it takes a lot of work to get these videos made and cut, and of course, keeping these bikes maintained. So if you have a couple extra bucks to spend, please jump over to patreon.com/manybikes to see if I have anything there that entices you to go ahead and contribute to the cause. I'm Kyle Bradshaw. Thank you guys for watching this little update of our local motovloggers bikes here in Southern California. Till next time, and as always, take care and ride safe out there. Thank you.